Hey everybody, welcome back to The Stuff of Legend. My name is D'Lo and I've got another fan casting video for you guys. I'm very sorry I just did this fan casting live, but I was having some technical difficulties, and so now I am back. I'm getting ready. I have everything sorted out that was incorrect in the first video, which is embarrassing, but I appreciate everyone who is stopping by to support the channel. I'm just correcting the errors that were made in the first one. So anyways, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who stuck it out for the first one. There was issues, but I'm back. So now I wanted to show you guys the true video, which is Batman fan casting for the DCEU, Damian Wayne Robin. So let's take a look here. So anyways, guys, I'm really grateful that you guys have stopped in and are going to join me for this video. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because for this one, stats like height and age are relevant, but not always provided for actors that are as young as some of the castings that I'll be looking at for Damian Wayne Robin. So it might be difficult, but I hope that you guys just bear with me, and I'm going to trek through quickly through what is probably going to be the shortest fan casting video I've done so far. So let's take a look here. So first up, we have Damian Wayne. You guys already know the character. He's the son of Batman. Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul had a baby, and they created the perfect ninja assassin warrior human weapon of all time. And comic books have written him to be potentially the greatest fighter in the DC universe, which I think is a little bit unreasonable being that he's a child. But, you know, it's comic books, so whatever. And nevertheless, cool character. He makes for a really awesome DLC character in Injustice 2, the video game. So I'm not complaining. Nevertheless, let's get into this. So first up, we have Aiden Gallagher from the Umbrella Academy at 15 years old and 5'3", which is not very tall. 15 years old and 5'3". Man, if this kid doesn't grow, he's going to be able to play Damian Wayne for a lot of years. You know what I mean? But this kid is from Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn on Nickelodeon, and also more notably the Umbrella Academy in 2019, which just dropped not too long ago, and it's really, really cool. I won't get into too much of that. If you're a younger audience member at my channel, it is a little bit more mature content. They curse a lot. There's a lot of, violence, and there's some themes in there that are not necessarily for children or youths. So, parental guidance, of course, but me being older than 18, I watched it with my wife. We really enjoyed it. We thought it was really cool. So that show, it's kind of like Batman meets X-Men, and it's really, really dark. That's kind of what it is. But this kid, Aiden Gallagher, after everyone saw the Umbrella Academy this year, there's been tons, including Boss Logic's art for Damian Wayne Robin, and it looks really, really cool. People are really thrilled to see this guy because the character he played in Umbrella Academy was basically a Damian Wayne archetype. Grumpy, rude, super violent, tendencies towards murder. He was literally a Damian Wayne, and he even had the mask, which was pretty cool. So they basically made him out to be a Robin-style character, and people saw this here and said it looks like that. And it's pretty straightforward the way that it works, but yeah, he looks like he could play a Damian Wayne. So I won't stick around too long there. The Damian Wayne that I'm trying to cast is approximately between the age of 10 to about 17 or 18, depending on how you want the story to go. But I think that someone who is 15 years old is right in the ballpark of the age you want, but he's also 5'3" and looks a lot younger than he actually is, which is helpful for the narrative that they were doing in the Umbrella Academy, but it'd also be very, very helpful for him playing Damian Wayne. So that's what I have to say there. I think that's pretty cool. Chico Nerd says, Asa Butterfield in Ender's Game. Yeah, you know what? I actually had him on my list for Tim Drake. So he was on my list for Tim Drake. He won't be on this one for Damian Wayne, but that's because I think he would play much more of the analytical character a lot better than he'll play the physical violence character. So that's why I think I would choose Asa for Tim more than I would choose him for Aiden. Plus, Asa Butterfield's a really tall. I think he's like either 6 foot or a little bit over 6 foot. He's a tall guy. And it would be really difficult. I got like a bug right here in front of my camera. It's freaking me out. But yeah, sorry about that. But I think it would be good. Asa Butterfield is a good actor, and I would like to see him in the DCEU for sure. My pick for him is Tim, but I do appreciate you calling him out. And then next up on the list, we have Tenzing Norgay Trainer. So I appreciate that you said that in the chat. I already thought of this guy. He is 17 years old, which is older than I thought he was going to be. Just looking at his images, like his headshots, profile pictures, that kind of stuff. He's 5'7", which is, again, a little bit taller. It's not super tall, so he could play a youth very easily. And he is young. So 17 years old. He's from Liv and Maddie, Jesse, Night Squad, Super Buddies, The Lost Medallion, The Adventures of Something or Other. I don't know the whole thing. So I'm reading off of this thing because I haven't seen this guy work a lot, but I have seen him fan cast a lot. So a lot of people had him picked out to play, Robin. There's not a lot of art here, but if you follow people on Instagram, almost everybody has this guy on their list to play Damian Wayne Robin, because he looks like he would be that hybrid of a Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul, who's supposed to be some sort of like Middle Eastern, almost Asian. It's like a hybrid. And so that's kind of what he looks like he would be. He looks like he would be a mixed race character, which I think fits the bill. It's kind of what you want for someone who's going to be the son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul. So he looks the part, little bit on the old, like not old, but a little bit on the older side. And he would be able to play someone who is a little closer to like 15, 16, or 17 very naturally. So I think that would be really good. So I like him for the role. So let me know if you guys like Tenzing Norgay Trainer, or if you guys think that he might not be the best pick for the role based on his acting ability. Because again, I haven't seen him act. I guess kind of. I've seen him in Super Buddies because my daughter's too, and we watch like the Golden Retriever movies and whatever. So I've heard him act. I'm not even sure which one he was really, but I liked it. I thought it was a cool movie. And here's a picture of him with Nathan Kress, who's someone that I had fan cast to play Tim Drake as well. So I think that would be really good. Pretty cool that they have that kind of friendship, relationship, co-workers relationship. I know that Nathan Kress does a lot of directing and producing and writing for Nickelodeon now that he's a little bit older, which is pretty cool. I really like that. So nevertheless, let's keep moving. So next up on the list, we have Jake T. Austin. So you guys probably know this guy from the Wizards of Waverly Place. He was in The Fosters, Hotel for Dogs, The Perfect Game, Rio 2. He's also in a lot of the DC movies and stuff. So he's 24 years old, 5'8", but you guys probably know him from like Teen Titans Judas Contract, Justice League versus the Teen Titans. He's in some DC content already where he plays Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle. So he does the voice for Blue Beetle in those. But I think that visually, physically, yeah, he could play a Jaime Reyes, but he also looks like he could be a Damian Wayne. He's got kind of the hair. When he's right now, I think when he's casual, when he's not like in a role, he's not like super chiseled, but he gets super shredded for his roles. And he looks really clean, really in shape, and he could totally play a Damian Wayne that's kind of coming into maturity a little bit more and is a little bit more of a physical threat to somebody like Nightwing, for instance. That would be, I think, it would make it a little bit more believable if he's one of the most highly trained individuals in the DC universe, if he still has some sort of physical strength to him that is comparable to like someone like Nightwing or Red Hood or Batman. Because like a kid's not going to beat Batman. I know it's a comic book. I understand that. And I have seen all of the movies with Damian Wayne. I understand where the story takes it, that he could beat Batman in a fight. But, I mean, you just, like, I don't know, dude. You got to have some sort of physique. And I think this is where he comes in. Because even though Jake T. Austin is 24, which is basically way older than Damian Wayne probably should be, I think that he looks very young, he looks youthful, and you could make him play a character that is approximately 17 years old, coming into maturity, challenging authority, and I think that would be a really good move for Damian Wayne, especially if you're going to pick older Nightwings, like in like 32 years of age, older Barbara Gordon, older Red Hood who's about 30, older Tim Drake, about 25 or 24 or something, than to have an 18 or 20-year-old Damian Wayne is consistent. So I think that's a good call. So let me know if you guys like Jake T. Austin for this role, and or if you'd rather have him be somebody else. So anyway, so Chico Nerd says, rather good actor, to be honest. Are you referring to Tenzing Norgay Trainer or Jake T. Austin? Let me know what you're meaning there, and I'll circle back with you when I get to the next actor. So next up on the list, we have David Mazouz. David Mazouz is from Gotham. You guys know him primarily from Gotham, and he's 5'8", 18 years old. And I have not been watching Gotham consistently, although I have seen the first season and a half, and I liked the villains a lot. I did like him as a younger guy, and I haven't seen any of the recent seasons, so I haven't seen him like moseying around in his like pre-Batman stealth suit or any of that. But a lot of people have been choosing this guy to play Damian Wayne, and it looks appropriate. He looks like a young Bruce Wayne, basically, which is essentially what the son of Batman is a younger offspring of Bruce Wayne. And so I think it totally works. I think that this would work really nicely. And yeah, he would be a little bit older. So like 18 years old, he's already kind of at the cusp of, he's already a man, basically. Still young. He's 5'8", which is not super big. And he could play a younger Bruce Wayne. But I think, here, wait 1 second. There we go. I'm getting pestered by all these bugs. Man, whew, it's that time of the year, I guess. These bugs are getting everywhere. But yeah, so 5'8", 18 years old, and I think he would be a good selection for this actor, this character role. So next up, we have Jason A. Dunn, who's about 16. Remember in the beginning I said I'm not exactly sure how old all of these guys are because it's not listed. This is one of those guys. So it says he's born in 2003, but doesn't specify when. So it says about 16. And he's going to be in the upcoming Brightburn film by Sony. It's not a DC film, but it 100% is inspired by Superman. And if you watch the trailer, or if you watch my breakdown of the trailer, which is my most successful video, I'm really grateful to you guys, to everybody who's been supporting the channel, sharing, watching those videos, liking the video, commenting. Brightburn is going to be super sick. James Gunn, after getting fired from Disney, he started out making this film, producing this film called Brightburn, and it kind of like was a love letter to DC and Superman, just like without saying anything negative to Marvel, just being like, yeah, okay, you guys are done with me, that's fine. I'm gonna go make millions and millions of dollars propping up the competition of Marvel. And so Marvel eventually was like, yeah, we can't afford to not have this guy. The cast doesn't want us to make movies without this guy. We need to take him back. So they tried to sign him, but he was already in contract with DC now, because DC saw the Brightburn trailer and was like, yeah, we need you. So they contracted him for Suicide Squad. Big ordeal. Nevertheless, Jackson A. Dunn is about 16, and he is looking really good from these trailers. So the reason I brought all that up is because Brightburn is looking super sick. It's looking hot. As a movie, I can't wait to see it. It's kind of in a horror genre, which is one I don't typically watch. But I am super excited for Brightburn. It looks amazing. Yeah, look at this. Kid wrapped in a red cloth, red towel. And, I freaking love the cast. I love Elizabeth Banks. I think she's amazing. This is him. He put the cape over his head. He wears it like a cape. He's got blue. Blue is a staple for his shirts every single time, just like Smallville. Just like Clark Kent. It basically is Superman. But nevertheless, the kid looks amazing. The trailer blew me away. You guys got to see the trailer if you haven't already seen it. But Jackson A. Dunn looks like a savage. I haven't seen him in anything else, but I think he's going to do amazing. And I think he would be a really good choice for Damian. If he can pull off this much rage and this much moral ambiguity, I think he would be fantastic for Damian. Because those are a couple of the primary qualities of the character. So you'd have to dye his hair, of course. He doesn't have black hair. Damian needs to have black hair. So for any of these guys that I listed, if they don't have black hair, you got to get them black hair and make them look like Damian. But I think he's a good option for that as well. So that's my 5th pick. Now let's get into the 2 bonus picks for this one. Oh, wait, so let's check this out. I got some some guys. So it says, I reckon more Tim Drake for David. Yeah, David Mazouz would probably be a really good pick for Tim Drake, I think, because he does seem a little bit more analytical. He doesn't look super physical. He doesn't look like someone who would dominate in a fight. And that, honestly, to me, speaks more towards the character of Tim Drake. Because Tim Drake, he's the least skilled fighter of the entire bunch of the Bat family, basically. Not that he's not a good fighter. He's just simply not as superior as the rest. And Damian Wayne is certainly a fighter. That's something you're going to need out of whatever actor is going to be playing Damian Wayne. You need him to be a fighter. And I don't really see that in David Mazouz. David Mazouz is a thinker, not a fighter. At least not from what I've seen. I could stand corrected and be shown a video, so who knows? Let me know if there's something I'm missing from David Mazouz, but I think you're right. I think David Mazouz, even though I do think he would be good as a Damian Wayne, perhaps you guys are right. Maybe he should be more of a Tim Drake. Maybe he's already old enough to play Tim Drake and he fits the bill. So let me know if you guys prefer that. I'm going to quickly adjust my camera. There we go. All right, cool. So now we see Hunter Iggy says, Daniel Loera, yo. Yo, what's up, dude? And then it says, Chico Nerd says, what's your IG? My Instagram is The Stuff of Legend Show. And then or you can just at that. So you just at The Stuff of Legend Show. That's my my Instagram there. So you can check that out. And then yeah, that's basically that. Actually, let me see if I can just go ahead and show you guys that. Instagram. All right, that's me. The Stuff of Legend Show. That's me right there. So let me see if I can show you guys. I just did like a fan art. I've been doing all these fan castings and stuff, so you can check out all this stuff. I got oodles and oodles and oodles of content, lots and lots of things, so you can check all of that out. So enough self-promoting, shameful self-promoting. So then, yeah, it says, next up is Noah Schnapp. I also have him here as Damian. So 14 years old, 5'6". Noah Schnapp is from Stranger Things. He's from the Peanuts movie, Bridge of Spies, The Circle, Intensive Care. This kid has a much more successful range of work done from his resume than a lot of the other actors on the list who have like one or two things that were pretty notable or big. Most people nowadays have seen Stranger Things. Most people nowadays have seen the Peanuts movie. And a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people have seen Bridge of Spies. And if they haven't, there was always The Circle. All these are big films. So him being in these makes him a lot more noticed by everybody. Now, I will say he does also, to me, he kind of physically reminds me a lot of David Mazouz, just really young. He's very wiry, very small. His frame doesn't really say that he's like a strong character particularly. Although he is very young, he's growing a lot. And so, you know, by the time that we get a chance to get him casted, he might already have developed much more of a a physique. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words here. But yeah, a lot of people are starting to see him as, like, this is a Tim Drake side by side. I don't see that. I think that this kid would be much better suited as a Damian Wayne. Personally, even though Damian needs to be a fighter, this kid is young. He's very small as well. So I think that he would be better suited in a role that is smaller. So him being 14 now, 5'6", yeah, I think he could do that. I think he would do Damian better than like a Tim Drake, for instance. So he's the next one. And then lastly is someone that doesn't have a lot of personal information up, which leads us to believe they're extremely young. So Ethan Andrew Casto has no listed age and no listed height. I believe this is because he's very young. Like all the personal information is probably there to be. Sorry, I had like a bunch of notifications and stuff. So the Ethan Andrew Casto not listed. He's probably super young. he looks young in all of his images as well. So, you know, he doesn't seem to be old enough to play a Tim. He doesn't seem old enough to play basically anybody but the option for Damian Wayne. Now, I do think that he looks like he could be a Damian Wayne. I would like black hair if I had my choice. But nevertheless, clean-looking kid, good-looking dude. Never seen him act, so this is just my speculation based on other people's fan castings. So let me know if you guys think that he should play a Damian Wayne. Would you want Damian to be a little bit older, or would you want him to be a lot younger, like 10? Because if he's around 10, I think this kid is your best bet. If you want someone that's like 15, you've got a few options that I've listed. If you want someone that's closer to like 18, you've got a couple other options there as well. So I think David Mizzou and Jake T. Austin and Tenzing are probably closest to your older picks, whereas someone like Jackson Dunn or Aiden Gallagher or Noah Schnapp are probably those middle ground actors for age. And then also Ethan Andrew Casto is probably your youngest bet. So that's my thoughts there. I think that for the most part, I've covered a spectrum from about 10 to could be, you know, up to 18, possibly 20, which is a little higher than I want to go as far as that. I think you should probably keep them around 17-ish, but I gave you a few options in case you wanted to go a little bit older with that as well. Something a little closer to like the Injustice 2 version of Damian Wayne, where he's already kind of he's already in manhood, you know what I mean? So that's basically where I'm at. So anyway, let's go over the list one more time. So for Damian Wayne, we have Aiden Gallagher, 15 years old, 5'3", which is really short. We have Tenzing Norgay Trainer, 17 years old, 5'7". We have Jake T. Austin, who is 5'8", 24 years of age. We have David Mizzou, 18 years old and 5'8". We have Jackson A. Dunn, about 16 years old, no height listed. And we have Noah Schnapp, 14 years old, 5'6". And we have Ethan Andrew Casto, no listed height, no listed age. So those are my selections there. So let me know what you guys think about my casting selections down in the comments below. I'm really grateful for those of you guys who have come out to let us know. You say Ethan is 17? Dang, and there's still no listed age or anything for this kid. It's hard to believe that he's 17 because all of his images look like he's approximately 12, if that. Like, he looks really, really young in every image I found of him. So if he was born in 2002, dang, he needs to update his IMDb because that's crazy. That's pretty nuts. So yeah, Kami King Critics, is that you? Is that yours on Instagram? Okay. I'm not sure what that one means. You'll have to clarify that. But anyways, thanks guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out for the live and allowing me to do this I guess re-recording of this exact video because I had issues in the first one. I didn't want to save to the internet forever. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me a second time for this one. You guys rock. Anyways, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and turn on notifications so you can be alerted right away when I go live next time. That way you guys won't miss a thing. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. You guys stay tuned for more right here on The Stuff of Legend.